Good evening everybody, I am the Sarcastic Barman, welcome to my channel, and fuck my life, that's been a long Easter weekend. It's been hot, the bar has been packed, it's just been non-stop. For anyone who works in the trade, well done to you, you'll know what it's like. But I've taken far too long to get on with part 3 of this video, and I was going to just wait another couple of days, but then something amazing happened. I got a nice email off YouTube. Apparently Orphan Red has issued a copyright takedown request for my videos, as apparently I'm bullying her. Oh, I do apologise if she feels bullied, but if she wasn't such a moron or a liar, because she's one or the other, then I wouldn't need to make these videos. But don't worry, hopefully this will be the last part, because other people are more deserving of my time at this point. Right, we shall crack on roughly from where we left off. We've skipped forward a little bit. She's going to be talking about some dark matter.
Okay, dark matter, fact or fantasy?
It's quite worrying really. You're starting the subject of dark matter off with fact or fantasy. Well, dark matter's not a fact, it's a hypothesis, and I really don't want to be anywhere near any of your fantasies.
One of the things I love, I think I love it about dark matter, is that it's so clearly false, it's so clearly wrong, it's so clearly a scam.
Let's take a moment to apologise to Orphan Red for obviously the scam she got caught up in about dark matter. She must have paid some money, filled in some online form or something, emailed some Saudi Arabian prince who said we can give you dark matter, we have some, and then she was probably annoyed to find that coal arrived or something stupid like that. Because otherwise I don't know how she's being scammed by dark matter. It's a concept-y, hypothesis-y idea. It doesn't affect her in any way. It's something scientists are thinking about to explain the movement of galaxies. But that's about it. There are other ideas, concept, hypotheses, whatever you want to call them. Do all of them work perfectly? No. Do any of them work perfectly? No. Are we slowly getting there? Yes. Will it take more time? Yes. Is Orphan Red still an idiot? Yes.
And it's just basically this imaginary thing that they've created to paper over the fact that the theory of gravity fails to explain what they observe in the cosmos. So,
well, in a nutshell, yeah. I suppose really you could put it like that. Dark matter, for anyone who doesn't know, is one of the leading concepts and ideas on why galaxies move the way they do. The outer edges basically spin differently than we would expect based on the amount of mass and gravity in that galaxy. It is still only an idea of why this is happening. There are others. But I'm sure you won't understand that, Red.
when they see the little lights and they see the little lights in motion and the little lights moving towards each other and away from each other,
little lights. Are you fucking 12 years old? Jesus Christ. Say stars, say planets, say galaxies. Use any word but little lights. Jesus, my 8-year-old niece could be more descriptive than that.
So rather than saying, clearly our theory of gravity is incorrect, they say, oh, well, that's because there's this imaginary stuff. And this imaginary stuff that we have no way of detecting because it's imaginary.
So, based on your logic, your brain's not real and is a scam. Because I can't see it, I can't detect it, but it would work out that you have one because you can operate a computer and you got into Mensa, but you're also thick as fucking pig shit. Now, we understand gravity, I would say, probably quite well. We can put stuff into orbit, we understand how the movements of meteorites, asteroids, comets are affected by the position of the sun, the other planets. We understand the rotation of the planets around the sun. All of this is based on gravity. Oh, move on.
Oh, well, that's because there's this imaginary stuff. And this imaginary stuff that we have no way of detecting because it's imaginary.
So you want to call the scientists out saying it's all imaginary, even though that's where the evidence is starting to lead us and the information that we have, which has been scientifically checked over and over, it's going through the scientific process to lead towards this, but it's still only a hypothesis, when you yourself believe the Earth is flat with no evidence, believe the sun is 5,000 miles away with no evidence, believe there's a dome, believe there's a god, believe there's an ice wall. You have no evidence for any of this. And what's worse, any evidence you do try and present, these scientists have basically laughed at you and gone, no, here's the explanation for that, here's the explanation for this, here's the explanation for that. Which your response then is, no, they're wrong. God's sake, love, this is going to be a long night.
Because it's imaginary, is all around the outer edge of the galaxy. And so it's creating this significant amount of matter. And that is, the gravity then and the momentum of this heavy matter that is imaginary and undetectable. And that's making the outer edges of the galaxy spin faster. And that's why our theory and our math and our models and our calculations keep giving us the wrong prediction for how fast these lights should be swirling on the outside edge of these galaxies, right? But it's just imaginary.
So if you basically changed that entire statement and took the word imaginary out and changed it to either concept, idea, hypothesis, those sort of words, your statement would basically be true. Just because we have things we don't fully understand doesn't mean we can't then think, oh, this might work, that might work. If someone invented something that detected dark matter tomorrow, we could prove dark matter one way or the other. If it was proven wrong, scientists would go, well, okay, we'll move on with one of the other concept ideas, hypotheses that we have. There are more than one for this fact at the moment. Good God.
Those motions don't follow what the theory of gravitation says that they should be doing, right? So they see the swirling lights of galaxies, and the lights at the outer edge of the galaxies are spinning faster than they should if our theory of gravity is correct.
Unless there is another force acting on them. Jesus, I'm sure you've just repeated the same sort of stuff 4 times, making me have to repeat the same sort of bits. But I don't want to leave out too much of your video, because it just shows how fucking stupid you are.
Instead, they should be revisiting their theories of gravity, their models, their predictions. They should be revisiting their understanding of what's going on in terms of the flaws in the theory of gravity.
Now, let's be fully honest here. Our theory of gravity is not incorrect. Do we have things we don't understand? Yes. Is that because the theory is wrong? More than likely no, to the best of our knowledge. Do you think there are scientists that fully agree with dark matter? No, there aren't. They're ones that are exploring other avenues of thought. This is the great thing about science, and all you're doing right now is showing how good science is, because people can have these ideas, have these concepts, go and do the work and either come to a better conclusion, a better answer for why these things aren't moving the way we predict, or they find, no, that doesn't work either, right, back to the drawing board. Unlike the flat earth model, which has been shown not to work, shown to be false, and you just go, no. Oh, God damn it.
The theory of gravity is not even a theory, because it doesn't even explain anything. It's just a lovely description of things that they don't understand. And we're going to talk about that when we talk about Newton's third law in a moment, in terms of every action has a reaction.
Yep, actions and reactions. Your action of being fucking stupid makes me make a video calling you fucking stupid. You sending a copyright request to YouTube means I'm going to make more videos about you at some point calling you fucking stupid.
I'm looking forward to that as well, because there's a similarity here. But so dark matter, just imaginary. It's not even real, and they just made it up to hide the flaws in their theory of gravity.
Oh, for God's sake. This imaginary crap's just getting fucking annoying now. Do you know how Neptune was discovered? Do you know that we predicted Neptune's existence before it had even been recorded and observed with a telescope? because we detected irregularities in Uranus's movement and orbit? No, I bet you fucking didn't, you fucking moron. But basically, that's what happened. We noticed these irregularities. They couldn't be explained by our gravitational theory. So someone did the maths and worked out there must be another planet there. And hey, guess what? There was another fucking planet there. Because we can't observe something doesn't mean we can't prove it mathematically. And basically that's what they're doing with dark matter. But again, it's one of many theories. But it is the leading one at present.
And now, finally, there are some scientists that are saying, hey, let's not do that. Let's actually figure out the flaws in our models so that we can find out what's really going on instead of making up imaginary dark matter and imaginary dark energy and then just, oh, and it's undetectable. Oh, and it's imaginary.
Sorry, did I not just mention discovering the entire fucking planet before we could see it?
It's funny to me the trolls don't understand that their whole system that they think is knowledge is blind faith in such nonsense. It's just blind faith that the dark matter exists and that it's there because you can't detect it. All you can do is, whenever you see something in the sky that contradicts your wrong theory of gravity, then you just call that evidence of dark matter. That's basically how that works.
Broken fucking record. But at least we get one bonus. Faith. Oh, fucking hell. But yeah, just because we can't detect something does not mean we can't prove it mathematically. You're a fucking idiot.
And so I'm just going to show a quick little article for your pleasure. For your viewing pleasure. Is Dark Matter Factor Fantasies? Clues from the Data by Philip D. Mannheim, Department of Physics, University of Connecticut.
Well done. You found a scientist with a different idea. I didn't think it'd be that difficult. Yeah. And what's your point? Scientists don't always agree with each other. Let's keep going.
That was a sharp enunciation of all the consonants.
That fucking laugh.
Basically, they're discussing arguments both in favor of and against dark matter, with the repeated failure of experiments to date to detect dark matter. See, here they're acknowledging they are failing to detect dark matter in their experiments over and over again. They keep trying to detect it and they keep failing. Repeated failure because it's imaginary, because it doesn't exist. And so they're suggesting what could be done instead.
So here you are, Orphan, basically displaying your lack of understanding of science. Having a failure is not a bad thing. It makes us change our ideas, change our concepts, look slightly differently at things. Do I have to mention we found a planet using mass and our understanding of gravity again? God damn it.
And they look for clues in the data themselves. Ooh, what a novel idea. Look to the data instead of imposing your own wrong frameworks of interpretations in order to come to wrong conclusions that support your pre-existing ideas.
How do you think they came to the even concept of dark matter? And that was based on the information and data they already have. Your lack of understanding of this is fucking mind-boggling. If you'd have done any sort of research into what we know about gravity, how we found certain planets, you wouldn't have even brought up this subject because it just makes you more and more of a fucking moron the way you're describing it.
They say, hey guys, let's actually look at the data and see what the data actually suggests rather than pre-deciding what the conclusion will be from the start. Let's just follow what the information, where the information leads us to, where the data lead us to.
Your whole train of thought on this is just basically a fucking train wreck. Yes, follow the data. Yes, they do, hence the concept dark matter. You going, no, 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 they're just doing that because it doesn't want to work for them. But at the same time, you're not following the data and believe the world is flat. Just, oh.
You okay, Vegeta?
Yes, just an aneurysm out of sheer stupidity.
Wow! Didn't think you were that stupid, Vegeta.
And so they identify various regularities in galactic rotation curve data that correlate the total gravitational potential with luminous matter rather than dark matter. So they're saying, okay, let's look at what's going on and try to explain it without imagining imaginary dark matter. Let's see what we could come up with by just looking at the luminous matter. So this luminous matter means real matter.
Oh, god damn it. I think we're going to have to do some major cutting if you're basically just going to read the document and fucking balls it up. Does it say real matter? No, it says luminous matter. It's not that this scientist doesn't think dark matter exists at all. I had a quick look. His theory is one of the other leading sort of hypotheses to what might be happening. But again, doesn't mean he is right and the other scientists are wrong, or vice versa. There can be more than one idea, and until one is proved right and the other proved false, science just moves on with it. Oh, let's get some cutting in, because I want to see how you fuck up Newton.
All hope is not lost. That yes, like R Possible says, a lot of scientists are wimps, and that's why we're in the state we're in today, where we have billions of dollars going to prove wrong theories, and we have dark matter making up, the entire universe is made up of dark matter and dark energy, even though it's undetectable and imaginary, right? Because we didn't have enough brave, courageous scientists willing to risk, yes, their reputation, and in some cases, sadly, their careers, to say, this is not right.
And this is how we know that you have no fucking concept of what science is. You just have your scientism in your head. If a scientist was looking at a theory and went, that doesn't work, did the maths, found it didn't work, got it published, got it peer reviewed, and the other scientists agreed, if it was something as major as gravity, he'd win a fucking Nobel Prize. Scientists do look at this stuff. You're a fucking moron.
Okay, Omega Man says I have a gravitometer. I don't know the context for that comment.
You don't know the context for that comment, so you put in one of your laughs to try and make yourself look intelligent. You just realise that you're a fucking moron. You've just been talking about gravity. Why do you think he's made that comment? It's a fucking instrument that measures gravitational acceleration. Basically, gravity. Oh, just... Why? Why do I put myself through this crap? You moaned I bully you. Christ, your videos bully my fucking brain.
There's a meme that asks the question, if you drop, 1,000 kilograms of lead and 1,000 kilograms of helium gas, what happens and how does that relate to gravity? I just thought it was kind of amusing. Just think about it for a few moments. It's kind of funny.
Again, you're saying things that just actually make you out to be a fucking moron. You have no goddamn understanding at all, do you? Why does the helium go up? Why does the lead go down? You're going to say it's all density and buoyancy, which, in a way, the helium going up is density and buoyancy. But you need gravity for this. You need gravity to be pulling the air molecules down so the helium can float on top of them. So basically, air is pulled down around the helium goes up. This is why we also have a pressure gradient, because more of the air has been pulled down. Higher pressure near Earth's surface, lower pressure as you go up. Without gravity, shouldn't it all just be evenly distributed around the dome? Oh, Orphan Red.
Newton's third law of motion. Every action creates or has an equal and opposite reaction.
Finally, we've got to Newton. Let's see how you fuck this up.
I just pulled this up from Quora, and it's just to give you a sense of what I'm talking about. Okay, fully understand Newton's third law of motion, we must fully understand the concept of force. And Neil Graham's, this high school physics teacher, very science. He kind of reminds me of Flat Earth Math, that guy Charles. He kind of has the same attitude.
Get on with it.
Yes, get on with it!
these nice zealots. Every action has an equal and opposite reaction. Okay, but why is that so? What causes that? And then what do they tell you if you start pushing, and why? What causes that? Then they start getting into potential energy and kinetic energy, right? And there's this, hold on, I would like to see you. Basically, we believe that we have an explanation. It's because of Newton's third law. That's why. Oh, okay. And what is that third law? Every action has an equal and opposite reaction. Oh, okay. And why? Because there's potential and there's kinetic energy. Is there? Yes. Can you prove it? Well, if you push on it, and then it pushes back. Okay, and where is that potential energy? It's in the object. Where is it in the object? It's invisibly in the object.
This is literally less than GCSE level explanation stuff we need here. So, we'll have a balloon. If I have a balloon on its own and lie it down, there's no potential energy in there, is there? If I blow that balloon up and tie a knot in the bottom of it, it is now filled with potential energy. If I open the bottom of the balloon and let go, that potential energy becomes kinetic energy. Okay, we coping there, Orphan Red. I know it's a lot to take in one go. If I have a ball and set the ball on a flat, even surface, that ball has little to no potential energy. If I put the ball at the top of a hill, that ball, before it's released, will have potential energy. These are not difficult concepts. You are a fucking moron. I'm not doing any more on this tonight because this is just ridiculous. We're going to leave it here. I was hoping to get the last of your video done, but the pure stupidity in what you're saying now is giving me a fucking headache. So, I am the Sarcastic Barman. I hope you've enjoyed this. If not, leave me a comment below, leave me a thumbs up, thumbs down, like, share, subscribe. You know the drill that everyone has to do by now. Thank you very much, and good night.